Hello, Toronto Comicon. Cool, I'm really bad at this, but here I am. Here we go. This is an intro. We're doing a live recording of the Kill to Death podcast from the Sonar Network. Let's just go right to it. I'm going to introduce you to our hosts of Kill to Death, the guys giggling behind the curtain, Steve and Griffin.
Hello!
Hello.
Do you guys mind if I take this out?
You guys mind if I don't? Okay.
Hello, I'm Griffin.
And I'm Steve.
Ooh, I'm gonna demask.
Yeah, ooh, I've never seen you without a mask.
That's how good I am.
Yep.
This is Kill to Death.
And it's the Improvised True Crime Podcast.
What that means is we will solve a murder for you. It is completely made up. We don't know what it's gonna be.
That's true.
We don't know anything.
It can be anything.
Did you guys like our warm-up act of us setting up?
Yeah. If you caught that, we fiddled with the mics a bit, put on the computer. It's pretty good.
Steve is now a good time for a good idea.
Mike has a question?
Oh, Mike has a question.
Can you
Oh!
fix that?
Oh yeah, right. Got the pad. Ooh.
You're welcome.
There's our logo. It's
Welcome to the pool.
It's a little. Oh, well, no one look at the password.
Yeah, no, everyone avert your eyes.
Everyone look away.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh!
Okay. So yeah, we now know official. It's up there.
Steve, right next door, right now. So this is room 802A.
Yes.
As hopefully you knew, but 802B also at 2 o'clock. They are doing the evolution of the Dalek. And they're having the people who built the Daleks.
You'll have to tell me what that is.
They're they're little. They beep.
Oh, yes, got it.
And they're in Doctor Who, and so they're having the evolution of building them next door.
Okay.
And I'm thinking some people are gonna like accidentally peek their head in here. So for the first few
So we
minutes,
should give them a taste.
maybe we should act as if we were the people who built the Daleks.
Yeah.
And some people will come in and sit down and think, oh, good, this is what I
That's
wanted.
good. We can steal some of those people.
Yeah, so Steve, tell me about
thanks
your
so
time
much.
on Doctor Who.
Thank you guys so much for coming. I'd love to tell you a little history about the, what is it, dollop?
Yeah, the Dalek, just a little bit. Just a little bit of Alien.
A robot alien?
I think they're both,
Okay.
truly.
Here's
They're
the
both.
thing, they're both. And that's what I learned first day one. I showed up in England, where they shoot.
Oh!
And everyone was so nice. They gave me a whole tour of the facility. They said these are the robots, these are the aliens. And
Oh wait, they were already there.
these.
You didn't really build
It was a
them.
prototype. It was
Oh, they said, here's the robots, here's the aliens, put them together. We don't know how.
we're running out of ideas. And I said, 1 + 1.
Oh, so you came up with them.
I did, yeah. So,
So this was
you
back
know-
in like the 50s.
You know this. I mean, I'm the
Sure.
brains, and you're the brawn.
That's right, I'm the one who forces them together.
I grabbed the alien, and I grabbed the robot, and I said, you do the rest.
Yeah, so that's basically how they're done, is we force an alien into a robot, usually against their will, and then you've got a Dalek.
Yeah.
Teach them to beep.
That's right.
Give them a little hammer.
Teach them to boop.
Teach them to poop. Buzz.
Yes, and we should have had one on the panel. This would have been helpful. They could have answered a lot more questions than us. Like, what's it like to be a... I know the word.
Oh, great. My process for building a Dalek is I make a boy silver.
Mm-hmm. And how you do that? Like Mad Max spray paint their faces?
I say for Valhalla,
Yeah.
and I cover them head to foot. Well, first I grab them by the arm and I say, don't move.
There's a lot of forceful procedures.
I say, I don't know if this is gonna hurt. How would I know?
I don't spray paint myself.
No, I'm not silver. Hold still.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but
Yes,
the
oh.
food in England was so good.
Fish and chips.
We ate pickled everything. We ate deep
Sure.
fried everything, and chips over there are not actually chips. They're like they're French fries. So. A little culture. Taste of culture.
My favorite British cuisine is probably Indian food.
Yeah, that's what they do best in Britain. Steel.
Steve, speaking of our podcast,
Yes. Yeah, we explained what we do.
yeah, we
This
saw the
is.
murder.
If you haven't pieced together, it's all made up, including the things we already said. And we always have someone on. Is this what you're about to do?
Yeah. Would you like to solve a murder?
That I'd love to do.
So what we need from you guys is where's somewhere you might find a body? Oh yeah. Oh, a hand raise. This is wonderful.
That is so polite.
In a shady basement.
That's good.
In a shady basement, that is probably
A lot
somewhere
of
you find a
plants down
body.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah, a shady basement. And can we get the name of the person who died?
Any name?
And think of someone you want dead.
Another hand.
Joe.
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 Okay, Joe has passed.
Joe found that in the basement.
Joe found
And
that in the basement.
who was it who found Joe? Yeah.
Bella.
Bella. Okay.
Bella who found Joe.
Bella who found Joe.
So here to help us solve the murder of Joe in the basement is Bella. Please welcome Bella. Bella, hello. Wow, right out of our green room.
Wow. Hope you enjoyed all the snacks back there.
Oh, it was delicious. The Ritz crackers were my favorite.
Yes.
They were nice.
You noticed?
Yeah, you noticed.
Thank you for coming, Bella.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
This live. And just so you know, this is not the dollop room. This
Oh,
is the,
this is not the doll?
No. That's next door. That's next door.
So I'm not going to get crammed today.
No. But you were a part of something horribly traumatic.
Absolutely. So you had something awful happen.
Yeah.
Well, I operate a business. It's called Shady Basement.
Okay.
Okay.
This is your store.
Yeah. It's sort of the opposite of a tanning salon. it's a basement. You can come inside and get real pale inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so what's that look like if I'm a customer and I show up and let's say I ask for the complete package?
Okay. So first of all, you come to my house.
This is your basement.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Is there any signage?
there's a sign on my door that says I'm being evicted.
Ignore that. Okay.
Yeah. Basements don't count as part of the house.
So you wrote that? I'm being evicted.
Yeah. Well, I need to inform. It's sort of reverse psychology on my landlord.
He's like, oh, I already put the sign up.
Yeah. But so you'd walk past that sign and go around to the back entrance where my basement is located.
Okay. Okay. You ever go one of those old storm doors?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It opens
Alright.
up two sides. It's great, and there's a little ladder you get into, and it's a pitch black basement.
Really shady. Okay.
Yeah, very complete shade.
Right.
Yeah. And you stay in there as long as you want, depending on how.
So that's the complete package. Just go into the basement for as long as you want.
Yeah.
And anything less? Is there like one where you kick people out early when you're like, you've had enough?
Yeah. So it ranges. We'll give you 10 minutes in the basement for $10.
Okay. So how much are you planning to pay for the complete package?
It's that's $650.
Okay. Well, that's
So
reasonable.
that's where you can just live there if you want.
Absolutely. Yeah. You're not getting kicked out. That's for sure.
There's a sign on the storm doors.
What came first, the idea for this business or the basement?
I'd say the basement.
Okay, so you had a dark basement, you're like, how can I monetize this?
Absolutely, yeah. It's the gig economy nowadays. You're trying to make your passions profitable.
Is this a side hustle?
Absolutely, yeah.
What's your main source of income?
I work at a Go-Gurt factory.
And for people who don't know Go-Gurt,
That's yogurt in tubes.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Like tubes.
Exactly.
Well, you don't mention us.
Okay. That's the competition. Yeah. But
That's
yeah.
exciting. What
So
do
in your
what do
free
do?
time, you let people in your basement.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I stuff the yogurt in the tube.
So you buy yogurt from the store and then you try and like squeeze it out into a
Absolutely,
tube.
yeah. The tip is to use two fingers, one to hold the tube straight and the other to push the yogurt inside.
So you're cramming it in. And this is part of a whole factory? You're not the only one doing this?
Okay, I am the only one doing this. This is the upper part of my house, but it's
So did you know Joe?
I knew Joe very well. He actually was the first person to get the complete package.
Wow. And how long was this after you began the business?
He was maybe my third customer. He came in quick, and he's been living there for 12 years.
So for $650, he hasn't left.
No, yeah.
That's actually a good deal, the longer you stay.
It's incredible.
You can stay for as long as you want, and he chose eternally.
Yeah. And it was actually pretty convenient because he would kind of shepherd in the new customers. He was
Also, there'd be like multiple people in the basement at once.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, someone who's coming for 10 minutes can hear a call from the darkness. That's like, come on in.
Yeah.
So this is what feels like a wall.
And this is the leak in the ceiling, and avoid that. It's yogurt coming down.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you spill so much.
Oh, absolutely. Most of the yogurt does not get in the tube.
Does this mean that you're also personally selling the tubes?
Yeah.
You have like a distribution network.
I sell them door to door personally.
Okay.
And
You'll start with the basement, you're like, hey, anyone want yogurt?
and Joe was an avid, he'd eat the yogurt up. I guess that
He had no choice.
it was the only form of sustenance available to him, and he loved it. And I think it helped with his paleness of the skin. He was going,
Yeah, I'd say only eating yogurt would only contribute to making you
That's
paler
true.
in the dark. Yeah.
He kind of looked like what's that old vampire?
Nosferatu?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know
yeah.
Doctor Who, but I know Nosferatu.
Yeah, that kind of vibe. No hair on his body, a lot of wrinkles, and almost translucent skin.
How old would you guess?
We know more than 12.
Yeah,
More than 12.
I'd say he was probably in his early 40s, Joe.
Early
Yeah,
40s,
yeah.
okay.
He seemed like he lived a life, yeah.
Right.
Why did you want to be paler?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
It was because, it was actually kind of personal for Joe. Growing up, he got tarred and feathered as a young boy. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And he didn't want to look like a chicken ever again. So.
Right, and what's the opposite of a chicken? A pale vampire.
Yeah.
Wrinkly old man.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was personal trauma for him that he was trying to escape.
And I'd say he was doing a good job.
He was. And did you often chat with him? Like, were you hanging out with the people who were down there, or did you leave them to their business?
Yeah, I come by maybe 3 times a day.
Wow.
Meal times for yogurt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. We get peach yogurt for breakfast, a strawberry for dessert, and a plain yogurt for dinner.
The 3 meals. Breakfast, dessert.
Yeah. Those are the only
Peach,
meals.
strawberry, and plain. The food groups. Right, so let's talk about the day you found Joe then.
Yeah, that was Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
For the listeners at home, yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a
You
Friday.
can be listening to this on any day. So let's do one for each person. Here's one.
Okay, for the listener at home, 2 days
For
ago.
some of you, this will be 3 days ago that we're talking about.
Well, and I guess this will continue because people can listen to this years in the future. We might have to go for a
Yeah,
while.
we don't have time.
We'll do that after.
Okay,
Okay.
Michael will do that in post.
Yeah, so I went down to the basement for breakfast time, got my peach yogurt out,
Okay.
Mhm.
and I came in. There was a couple other people staying. There was a 2-hour that I had to kick out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so who else was in the basement then at this time? Because those are suspects numbers. However many were down there.
Oh, well, we had 2 other people in the basement at the
Okay.
time. We had Greg. He was a new guy. He was just there for 2 hours. Just wanted a little bit off.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah. And we had Amanda. She was also a regular. She's been there for a year.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so she's been living with Joe for the past year at this point.
Yeah. They are on separate ends of the shady basement.
Sure.
Is there anything down there? Like, is there furniture? Is there a bathroom?
TV?
There's a drain on the floor. We've got
Oh, so a bathroom?
yeah, a bathroom.
Okay, all right.
There's a fish tank.
So a bathroom. Another bathroom.
We've got a nice couch from IKEA.
Yeah, with a
Okay.
bathroom.
Yeah. It's 3 bathrooms. Yeah. And then
Are there living fish? Sorry.
yes, there are living fish. They're all bottom feeders.
Do they pay?
They're pale, so they better be checking out.
Because of the total darkness, are these those like bobbity-headed fish? You know, the lanterns on the head?
Anglers. Yeah.
Angler.
Yeah, I mean, I guess those are bottom feeders technically, right?
They're so deep.
Yeah, they're very, very deep down there.
Yeah.
Is that what you have? Such a deep tank? It goes so low that they like to survive in there?
Yeah, and
I guess
that's
you're emulating Mariana's Trench. Your
Absolutely.
dark basement.
and what gets more pale than things at the bottom of Mariana's Trench?
That's
That's
true.
true.
Usually, you do see a lot of fish that are the translucent. Yeah.
Don't have
Yeah.
eyes, yeah, and that's unfortunately
That's the goal?
where I found Joe is in that tank,
He was in the
Oh.
in the
tank.
deep tank.
Did it look like he had drowned in there?
It looked like he died before. He
Oh,
drowned
okay.
Okay.
on yogurt and then fell into the tank.
Drowned on yogurt. Okay, so you're suspect number 1.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Well, how do you know drowned in yogurt? What gave you that idea?
I mean, I'm familiar being in this business.
You've seen your fair share of people drowned in yogurt.
Telltale signs
Right.
of someone drowning in yogurt. First of all, you know that fluid that is at the top of the yogurt thing before you mix it? That starts seeping out of your orifice.
Like just like watery yogurt.
skin.
Yeah. Where it's like you know it's still yogurt, but it's not thick.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's the first. You see that seeping out of orifices. Get some peach bits around his mouth. Yeah.
Okay, so this was yesterday's breakfast then, presumably he drowned on. So he had been there all day, that means.
Yeah.
If it wasn't strawberry, it wasn't plain. This was 24 hours ago, right after you had left the last day.
Yes. Yeah.
And was Amanda still there?
Amanda's still checked in. She
Okay.
was turned around in the corner, so I mean,
Like Blair Witch
she wasn't
style.
looking. Yeah. She's a big fan of horror movies.
Okay.
Yeah. She's just doing a lot of homages.
She's just down there.
It's so sad that no one can really see
Yeah.
any of those.
Yeah.
She's researching for a role, maybe.
Yeah, that's actually why she wants to get so pale.
Oh, okay.
They're redoing the ring, and that's what she's going for.
Oh yeah, and that's the one she comes out of a well, right?
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
almost like a fish tank.
Almost like a fish tank, almost like a basement.
If you put fish in a well, it becomes a fish tank.
Yeah, or well, I would say more of like a pond, like a koi pond.
Mm-hmm. A deep, deep pond.
A deep pond.
Yeah, I wonder, how are you seeing things down there when you go down
Night vision goggles.
Okay,
okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Are they granted them as well, or you're the only person who can see?
As the host, yeah, I get to see and I do the operating. That's how I kick people out because they don't know what. If
So all of a
I'm
sudden they
not.
just grab it
and toss it. Yeah.
I'm through the storm doors.
Well, I guess do the fish's heads provide any light?
Well, that's the thing. It's also a deep tank, like a well. So
Oh,
there
okay.
is some light, but they're down
Goodbye.
at the bottom.
Oh, goodbye.
Okay, so you have all this going on. Where is Craig? Because Amanda's at one side, turned around,
Mhm.
and then at the other end, where presumably the fish tank is Joe. Where has Craig taken up residence?
Craig, at the he was, he likes to float in the middle. I think it was only 2 hours.
Yeah.
So he, got to know Amanda a bit. I assume would have gotten to know Joe, but apparently he was dead. So I don't know.
And it sounds like was dead since the day before.
I mean, he must have been. I mean, if he drowned on breakfast yogurt.
Yeah, so we can almost rule out Craig. Yes, it came after.
He just came in there. Yeah. Almost certainly. Yeah. But I mean, isn't that a little bit too convenient?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back on the table.
Hey, wait a second. He can be completely ruled out. That's a little fishy, you know?
I don't trust it. But yeah, he was just floating around, and I kind of.
What do you mean floating around? You've said that a few times now.
He was also in the tank with Joe.
Okay, he was
Okay.
alive.
He was doing laps around Joe.
Right.
Yeah.
We gotta stay active in the basement.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially if you want to lose pigment, you can. Half of it is sweat.
Pigment comes out in the sweat.
Yeah, dark and sweat, and you get pale. Trust me.
Okay, so you
We
go
should say
down
before we move on, and speaking of ruling out suspects, that I didn't do it.
Oh, me neither.
Okay. Let's talk more. I'm not going to say anything definite.
Okay.
Okay.
You may still have done it. I guess we should rule out everyone in this room as well, just in case.
Oh, yeah, hands up if you're
If you haven't done it.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh, what's up, half?
Alright. Uh-oh.
I appreciate the openness.
So a lot of these people may have been clients of yours. This is a popular place.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I see some pale folk up there.
So you walk down. Let's talk more about you finding his body in the fish tank.
Mhm.
So it's floating there. He's got the liquidy yogurt coming out of orifices.
You can say it. It's
His head was
pre-yogurt.
above water. Yeah.
Pre-yogurt. So, do you pull him out of the tank?
At first I was just letting him get his laps in. I wasn't sure.
Right.
And then I got close. I saw the yogurt.
So at this point, Craig is still doing laps around him.
Well, I had already.
Oh, you had already booted
I
him.
yanked Craig first thing. 2 hours up, you're
Get
back
outta
into the
here.
sunlight. Yeah. And then I thought, what? He's not swimming very fast, Joe. I saw he was in the water.
Right.
So I wanted to get a closer look, and that's when I saw Telltale yogurt drowned. And I yanked him up. I did some CPR.
Oh, okay. No fire, no wire, no gas, no glass first.
Yes, yeah. And there was none of those.
And then you said, hey, are you okay?
Yep. And then.
Staying alive.
And then, hey,
chest compression.
you in the dark, call 911.
Yes. Yeah. All these you. Were you there? It sounded like he was.
No, you never said he didn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Well, that doesn't mean I wasn't there.
Oh, okay. And were you there? Oh, yeah, speaks for itself. That speaks for itself. And those are just your arms.
Yeah, and then I tried to resuscitate him, but I ended up just consuming a lot of the yogurt. He drowned.
Oh, sure. Yeah, right.
That makes sense.
A little breakfast for you.
It did give me my energy to speak clearly on the phone with the police. I don't talk to me till I had my morning yogurt.
That's what you tell the police?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Don't talk to me until I've had my day-old watery yogurt out of someone's mouth.
So you did call the cops?
Yes.
While you were down in the basement, or?
Still in the basement. We
Okay.
did reception.
Okay, that's surprising.
Really?
Yeah, I guess some basements get reception's good nowadays.
I know, I'm just imagining it as like stone walls, void of any sort of
Yeah, how
human
deep
contact.
down is it? Like how long is
It's
it
a
climbing down
ladder.
that ladder?
It's a big ladder. I'd say it's about 2 stories underground.
It's like a mine shaft.
Right. So you can't get out on your own.
Oh, absolutely. No. Yeah.
And you're pushing people up the ladder, you're like, get out.
It's a big toss.
Yeah.
All the way up and out.
We sort of have a trebuchet system
Oh,
that
yeah.
launches them out the storm doors.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
couch, fish tank, trebuchet.
Yeah. Did I not mention that? My bad.
And the drain in the floor.
And a drain in
There's
the
a lot
floor.
of good features down
Oh,
there.
trebuchet's bathroom. Get it out of there.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
Yeah, it's waste removal.
So you pull them out. And did anything else in the basement, like couch, fish tank, Amanda, we still haven't gotten to her.
Yeah.
Could you see with your night vision goggles anything that looked different than the day before when you had left it?
Yeah, there was one thing that I thought was a bit peculiar.
Oh, okay, great. Steve, any questions?
You sure none of you did it? No, I'd love to hear more about this.
Yeah, what was this one thing?
There was an umbrella there, a wet umbrella, dripping umbrella. And it's not wet with yogurt.
Oh,
Well, that's
okay.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait a second.
Everything else in there's dripping with yogurt.
Yeah, so it tells me someone must have went outside because it was raining earlier.
Okay.
In where I live.
For those of you listening in the future.
Yeah.
This was one rain ago.
And I just thought it was odd. I wouldn't expect Joe to go outside. I mean, he had such a long streak going 12 years.
Right.
He's streaking down there?
Absolutely. If you're gonna get pale, you
No,
want
yeah,
it's
fair
like
enough,
candy,
fair
you need
enough.
clothes
Yeah,
on.
right.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so there was a wet umbrella, not covered in yogurt.
Is there a horror movie with a wet umbrella? Maybe there was Amanda trying to reenact.
Mary Poppins.
Very hot.
That's so scary, man. I don't like it.
Okay, so this suggests someone, without your help at all, managed to get themselves out of the basement and outside. Which sounds tough.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I guess if
you know
you
how to
trebuchet
operate a
yourself.
trebuchet. It's not easy. It's like multiple volleys. Are they volleys? What are they called? Fulcrums?
Oh, you don't even know how it works.
I don't. Yeah, I'm limited.
I'll say this, fulcrum's definitely got to be involved in a trebuchet, right? That's a mathematical,
Yeah.
wood?
Absolutely. Yeah. Leather or rope of some kind.
A leather rope?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or they just found the ladder in the dark and you can pretty easily climb up a ladder in the dark.
Yeah.
It's just one hand after the other.
So did you talk to Amanda then?
Absolutely. Well, she dialed 911. She handed me the phone, and I
Right.
spoke to Amanda. I said, "What? Did you see anything? What's going on?" And she pulled. She was just in the corner the whole time. She didn't see anything.
Oh, right, because she was turned around.
Yeah.
She didn't hear anything either.
She didn't say that.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay.
She specifically heard someone call for help.
Oh.
Joe?
She just said someone.
You didn't follow up.
A traumatic experience just transpired. I wouldn't dare.
So it would have been Joe, or if it was during that 2-hour period, Craig.
It could have been Craig.
It could have been Craig calling for help killing Joe.
And you know what? She would have done it. She's a helpful person.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I would say that. You know, whenever you're in need, Amanda will step up.
Guys, I realized that I only brought flat water, and that's not good
Oh,
enough for
no.
me, so I'm just gonna grab a bottle of sparkling.
Oh yeah, okay, that's understandable.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
be back.
fair enough.
Yeah.
This is pretty standard. So let's talk more then. I want to hear about the last time you visited that basement. Because it sounds like he had peach, right, around his mouth.
Yes.
But that means you went back down for 2 more meal times yesterday, or 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, or 4 days ago, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So when you went back down into the basement, did you see Joe? Is he okay?
Well, the last time I was in the basement before that specific day.
Before that one peach breakfast.
Yeah, would have been dinner. My plain
Yeah.
yogurt on Wednesday night, and I went down. I was sort of a bit in a rush because I've just been behind
The
it.
band?
Yeah. I'm in a Rush cover band.
A bit.
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
I'll come in and hit a triangle and
Yeah.
head out.
Maybe a tom, not just one of them.
Sure.
So I really had to. I couldn't be down there for very much long, for much long at all.
Right, because you had to run.
Yeah. So I'll admit I wasn't doing
Goodbye.
the best job. I just tossed the yogurt down.
Can I help you with something?
Oh my God, Amanda!
Can I help you with something?
Hey,
Can I get you guys anything?
I'm good, man.
No, I'm fine, thank you. For the listeners at home, we just witnessed someone crawl out of a well and drag themselves up on stage.
Yeah, sorry to be dripping wet. It's from the film.
Well, it's good to see you.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Amanda, let's clear this up first of all. I'm Griffin. Hello.
Hi.
200 pounds.
Hi, Amanda.
Hello.
Undisclosed.
Are you auditioning for a role? Are you up for the role? Where in the process are you?
Okay.
This could be very exciting. This is Comicon, man.
Here's the thing. Yes, I'm auditioning for a role. I'm normally offer only, but they did say that I can come in and audition. It's a pretty big horror movie. They said it's part of a franchise, and so I just thought I'd research every franchise just in case.
Oh, okay. So you're spending a year on every horror movie.
Did not tell me which one it would, but they said the audition's in 8 years, so get ready. So I'm just going through.
So you had to choose 8 franchises to prepare for.
I picked the biggie. I think there's a Ring 2, maybe.
I know.
And Rango's part of that too. The Sheriff Lizard. So I'm gonna do that one.
You're gonna crawl around in the desert.
I'm gonna crawl around in the desert just to get method. But I've done them all. I did Friday the 13th. I did
What'd you do for that?
War Mask, Witch Camp.
Pretty fun, that one.
Well, they were in their canoe and I would rip them out of the canoe. I would swim around and just kind of pull them down. I'm pretty method, so I get deep into the camp. Yeah, go on.
Did you kill these people at this camp? I mean, I just want to see is their history.
Oh, smart.
If anyone knows horror fans, they know we're the gentlest souls. We're the sweetest people. The more icky, gicky things you're into, the sweeter and gentler you are.
All right, that's
Like
it.
metalheads.
Okay.
Think of them. Think how nice and sweet they are.
They're
I've never heard a
adorable.
bad word from them.
Not once.
No.
Metalheads are like kittens. If you throw a yarn at enough of them, they'll start playing.
If you throw a yarn at enough of them, we'll start playing.
That's why metal shows are always dangling yarn above the audience.
I'll go into a mosh pit and I'll just start rubbing bellies. And they'll turn over and they'll kick their legs in the air.
Well, I was obviously here because I was interested in just researching. I was interviewing a lot of people and just asking what their favorite franchises were because I've got about 4 more years left. So I need to know which ones I should be hitting.
Ernest. Could be an Ernest movie.
It's about time they brought it back.
No,
Yeah.
I think they're going to a horror Ernest remake.
They need a new Ernest.
Yeah, who's your dream cast as Ernest? And don't say me. Because that's my dream.
Probably Bella.
Oh,
Oh,
I'd love to see
wow.
a Jason Statham Ernest. I think he could.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Ernest was sort of the vibe of a crank.
Ernest just can't stop his heart from beating.
Yeah.
He's got all-
Ernest goes to the highway to drive fast.
Ernest just keeps going.
Ernest doesn't go to sleep. Wow, so we're actually, this is remarkable you're here.
Well, I was walking by, and then I noticed you.
Oh, you were going to the dollop room?
I was looking for the dollop room, but then I noticed you, and I said, "There's someone I know from Basement Rental."
Well, I'm glad to see you. I was actually asking, who did you hear shout help?
Oh, yeah. Good follow-up.
That would be Joe.
That was Joe.
Joe was asking for help.
Okay.
I heard somebody say no.
No, and in fact, I'm going to make things worse.
That's right. And then they were kind of muttering to themselves, looking for an umbrella hook. And then they were
okay.
they said, screw it.
Ah, crap, it's wet.
Yeah. I gotta put this down somewhere.
Oh, this isn't yogurt.
Yeah. Were you there? Oh, it's just your chest. Wow.
That's just my chest.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that was it. I so wished I could have turned around, but that's not the character.
No? Doesn't do that in Blair.
No! Once that character's facing the wall, they are facing it literally until it cuts to the credits. It's the last shot. So I don't know what they do after that. Anyways, I did that for about a year, and then I moved on. I mean, I think I got them ahead of the character enough, really.
When during the day was this that you heard Joe scream for help? What yogurt meal was it between?
This was right after playing.
Right after playing, okay, so, because he had drowned in peach. This is so interesting.
Well, what's interesting also, I should know, is that Joe would not always eat the yogurt. He would save
Oh, I'm
them.
so sorry.
Well, eventually maybe, but I noticed he'd save them. He'd kind of stockpile them and stuff.
Yogurt
But I
is not a
noticed
keep.
Especially in not a fridge, just a basement.
it is kind of cold down there. Does that help?
I guess, I suppose.
Put it in a fish tank.
Yeah, he would. And anyways, we kind of got along. He would narrate all the things he was doing. Obviously, I couldn't see what he was doing. So
Oh, but that is helpful for us.
this guy, well, I would hope.
What was he doing right before you heard him call for help?
That's a great question. He was feeding
Thank
the
you.
fish the yogurt. And the thing was, he was very interested in keeping the fish healthy. He kind of treated them like his little pets.
Well, I
Wow.
appreciate that.
He treated the fish as if they were pets.
Yeah, which is nice, because, some people, they can neglect the fish. It's easy to neglect the fish.
And I know when something's targeted at me, or I wasn't eating those fish
Oh,
myself.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I was just hoping that they would sort of eat each other and it'd be like a...
Why were you hoping that?
I'm sick. I'm sick and I'm twisted.
Alright, back to suspect number one.
Okay, interesting. We haven't ruled you out. Okay. Yeah, he was trying to feed the fish, and he was like, eat up, and he'd name them all. And he was like, eat up, guppy, and eat up, yuppie. And then I heard the storerooms open, and of course thought it was you, and I was like, well, we've already had our meals today. This is so weird. Is he bringing forth yogurt? But you weren't. It was someone else, and no one answered. Because normally he goes, hey, you in here for a couple hours? I've been here 12 years, welcome. And this time nobody said anything, and you could just kind of hear the footsteps. Other people would be creeped out. I'm not, because I'm a horror nut. But then all of a sudden, you guys start to hear a kerfuffle, an altercation. He goes, it's you. And they go, he goes, help! No.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, I hear some gurgling and spurgling in the tank.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And you have an alibi because you were a little bit of a Rush cover band.
Yeah, I had to play. I got too drunk to the shop.
I didn't know you were in a Rush cover band.
Just a little bit.
What are your 8 favorite Rush songs?
Tom Sawyer 8 times.
Oh, wow. Yes.
That's what you mean by when you hit a tom, you run in and you say, Tom! And then you get back down.
Yeah, that's my part.
That was so admirable.
And yeah, it wouldn't be because I only do 4th yogurt on special occasions.
Yeah, like your birthday.
My birthday, the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The first
That calls for a
July.
4th yogurt.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, I wonder who else. Did anyone else stay in there lately?
I mean, the last person in there
I
was.
guess I know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But you tell me. You have the record books.
Craig
Some
was the
people
last
don't
person in
introduce
there,
themselves.
but perhaps maybe if Craig and Joe had a history, Craig only came back to see the return to
You think Craig left and then came back?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Wow. What do you
I mean, it's the only other person we've named.
That is true.
That is true.
And if you didn't do it, and
Oh,
you
yeah, I
didn't do
did
it.
it.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Okay, we can't rule you out. Can't rule you out.
So Craig was a newcomer.
Yeah,
You've
I
never seen him before.
never met the guy before, but he seemed like a nice guy. Craig, he was. I'd say jovial is my go-to word to describe.
Okay.
Just happy.
Was that before or after he was in the basement? After, okay. And before the basement?
Sullen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he did something down there.
I love it down there. Everybody's spirits get a little brighter when you come out in there.
Absolutely. When you lose some pigment, your soul lifts. Don't quote me on that.
And so he didn't say how he found you or anything? Because usually I would assume your business is entirely word of mouth and regulars.
Yeah,
because there's
my-
no signage other than I've been evicted.
Absolutely. It's word of mouth that I tell people about. I
you
buy
say-
words out of my mouth.
Hey, you look tan. Get rid of that.
Yeah,
Come to my house.
Come to my house, come to my basement, hang it there, 10 minutes.
And you hadn't said
minimum.
this to Craig.
I saw a sullen guy walking down the street.
Oh, okay.
And I said, get in my basement, pretty much.
So you were the reason he was down there.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Why does anyone do anything?
To research for a role?
Okay, yeah, maybe he was researching for a role. But yeah, I brought him in the basement.
Okay. I always liked him, to be honest.
Yeah?
Even when he was a grump.
He was a grump sometimes during those 2 hours?
Yeah. Through all the ups and downs. The highs and lows. I don't know. There was something nice about him. It had a good cologne.
Oh.
A good glow?
Cologne.
Oh, cologne.
I wish he had a glow star down there.
Yeah, I guess cologne would be especially good once your senses are heightened. Senses is, taking track of everyone in the basement.
Yeah, there's 8 senses.
Well, I'm ready to say this was Craig. I don't know how the timeline matches up, and I don't know his history. But
I did it.
Oh, that's a good twist. That's interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so it was you.
Yeah, I'm sick and twisted. I'm sorry.
Motive. Okay, so
Perfect.
why?
Well, Joe he's been my longest customer. But at some point, what's the point of being so pale if people can't see that? You know what I mean? Like,
You want to show him off.
he should be out in the world spreading the good word of my business.
And also, he's taking up valuable space down there. He's already as pale as he can be. You've made your $650 years ago.
Yeah, I made it year 1.
Well,
I'm not
imagine
making any
that.
more money.
You imagine 650 spread out over 12 years, and it goes paying like $1 rent. That's it.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money.
No.
So I went back to the basement. Since I only had to say Tom at the rush show, said Tom. Yeah, I immediately turned back. It took about 25 minutes. Got home. I went down to the basement.
Wait a minute. Say no for me for 1 second.
No.
I was you! I knew it! I didn't know it, but I know it now that you said that you did it. Now I do. It all makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had no other choice.
Wow.
It makes sense to explaining the peach yogurt. You have access to all the yogurts at any time.
Yeah. Well, I had them all, and I saw him, and I tried to make him a human yogurt. Oh,
you two-fingered it now.
I shoved the yogurt down, and he died. Yeah. And then I consumed that yogurt later. I'm sick and twisted.
I've seen some movies, but that's pretty messed up.
I'm sorry.
Well, for people who don't know the podcast, we don't. There's no punitive measures here.
Oh, really?
Luckily for you.
Oh, wow. Okay, that works out.
Yeah, we just like to know who has done it, so to speak. We don't have any power to arrest or a sentence or charge or anything. So you probably have a bit of a head start before anyone is called.
That
I've
works
called
out.
911 before. I can do it again. Watch out!
Would you do it on
I'm dialing. No. She was nice to me. Yeah, so, no, I'm good. It's all good with me. I mean, personally, I can't get enough of a killer. I'm always personifying it.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Maybe for your next role, you can study a bit with Bella here.
Wow, that's true. You don't think they're making a movie about you, do you?
The Go-Gurt Shover.
I wouldn't want anyone else to play me but you in that case.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I would follow you around for a long time getting into character. I hope you know, mimicking everything you do. It'd be like kind of like the Marx Brothers mirror scene where we do it in unison together.
Could we see a bit of that?
Yeah, whatever you do, I'll do.
Alright, so I'm gonna put some yogurt in a tube.
Wow.
I'm gonna put some yogurt in a tube here. It's so convenient. Maybe it wouldn't be that bad. It'd be like having another person working with me at the factory. Another person working with me at the factory. I could be twice as productive. I could be twice as productive. Tom!
Well, I think that wraps up another successful episode of a happy ending for everyone involved, it sounds like. Oh, yeah. New friends, new co-workers, you both get a little something out of it. I'm glad you've done some good work here today.
This was important.
There's just one last question I have on my mind. Griffin, were you actually there in that basement that Thursday?
You just haven't
I
got
need
parts
to
to
know.
show.
No, this is natural.
Okay, oh, it's okay. You're just naturally that pale.
Yeah. This is from birth. I want to thank, first of all, Comicon for having us.
Yeah.
I want to thank the Sonar Network for putting this all together. You can visit their booth.
That's right.
They're out there. Thanks, Amanda.
I love the Sonar Network.
Steve's still out there trying to find sparkling water.
I don't think they have sparkling water. What I have is a real fondness for podcasts. And they have so many good shows on that network.
They have some great shows. They have some other live performances coming up. I think there's some tomorrow. Dwarven Moss, a D&D podcast.
Yes.
But come to the booth. We'll be hanging out there for a bit after.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like people to check out, Bella?
Oh, yeah.
First of all, yogurt.
get yogurt, especially in the tube. I touched it. But also, if you like sketch comedy, be sure to check out Tallboyz on CBC. It's a sketch comedy show.
Fantastic show.
Yeah, you can find them on social media. Tallboyz with a Z is a show, and check that out. Yep.
There's also another show in here at 3:45 called The Highs and Lows of Podcasting. So let's see where we rank.
Let's see if they reference this episode. The big highs.
And check us out.
That's true, we do.
Most of them done in a bedroom.
No, yeah, wow. So if you ever want to imagine what Griffin's room looks like,
Take a listen.
And I just want to say, guys, if you ever want to check out a scary movie, make it fun. In 4 years. Check out whatever movie I'm going to be in.
And to quote the Red Green Show, keep your stick on the ice. Okay, yeah.
This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network.